What would a second Trump term look like?
Fundamentally, a second Trump term could mean the end of American democracy as we know it. And I don't say that lightly. We all witnessed him trying to steal a democratic election before and going to historic and unconstitutional lengths to do so. And that just shows that he's willing to basically break every barrier to get into power and to stay into power.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. I don't know if it's a good thing that star power and TV savvy is required for the job, but I think it is. And by the way, I think President Obama also had a lot of TV star power, and that helped him pre-Trump. But Trump is more evidence of this. And looking ahead to 2020, one reason why I'm taking you seriously as a contender is because of your presence on cable news.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. Guys, do you remember, you got to go way, way back, right? Before all the insurrection talk, before all the goofy civil trials, civil fraud, civil assault, and basically all the lawfare, which is exactly what we're seeing, even before all the dictator nonsense, all the doomsday book, and all the just complete and total insanity that the left dishes out to their poor mushy brain victims every single day. Before all that, the left was pounding the drum of Trump being a hypocrite, Trump being a grifter and just out for a buck or whatever, all the tired old stuff they used to say, right? Basic nonsense. Well, those type of things, they're the 7 deadly sins if you're Trump. But if you use those sorts of things against Trump, well, then you're a hero and you're a patriot. And the left absolutely adores you. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about in a second. But first, guys, if you haven't already, please help the channel continue to grow. I think this is going to be a very, very difficult year to get conservative voices heard. But I have faith, man, that together, I know that we can continue building a pretty fantastic community, guys. So please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, most importantly, share the channel. So what I'm talking about is this insane interview with former Trump administration personnel, right? And the gist was the same old tired grift. A vote for Trump is a vote to end democracy, which still, honestly, makes absolutely no sense at all. I mean, just turn it around on its head. Always work everything backwards to see if it actually makes sense. And it just doesn't work. It's essentially the same thing as saying limiting the electorate's choices will help and promote democracy. And that just doesn't make sense. When they say these things, when they push these things, they are literally depending on mushy brain people who probably haven't formed their own original thoughts since around late 2015 to just swallow it without thinking. And sadly, too many people actually do. A lot of this junk actually works. But anyway, the Trump campaign had a very, very smart response to this that I think absolutely nails it.
Well, that was former White House Director of Strategic Communications, Alyssa Farah-Griffin, on what she believes to be the dangerous implications of a second Trump term. She was joined by former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson and former White House Deputy Press Secretary Sarah Matthews. They're on a crusade to try and warn voters against returning Trump to the White House in 2024. But given the former president's popularity and surging poll numbers, plus the nightmare we're facing under the Biden administration, will Americans really buy this? Here to discuss is spokeswoman for Make America Great Again, Inc. and Newsmax contributor Caroline Levitt. And joining us is commentary editor for The Washington Times, Kelly Sadler. Guys, thanks so much for waking up with me. So, Caroline, I'll start with you. Would a second Trump term really mean the end of American democracy? And why is the former president's former communications director saying this?
Well, these are 3 women who, and as a matter of fact, are my 3 former White House colleagues who went from Trump supporters to Trump haters very quickly because they learned that's the fastest way to get your face on television and sell crappy books these days. Here's the deal. All 3 of these women were very complimentary of President Trump when they worked for him. Alyssa Farah said President Trump was a remarkable man. Sarah Matthews said it was the greatest honor of her lifetime to work in the Trump White House. And Cassidy Hutchinson sold a book full of falsehoods that have been debunked by numerous witnesses and credible people. And, I think it's the most pitiful statement of all when they said that Donald Trump poses a greater threat to democracy than Joe Biden, who is literally allowing a mass invasion of illegal people into our country, whose weakness on the world stage is marching us towards World War III, and who is literally using our government institutions to target his political opposition. The hallmark, that is the hallmark of a dictatorship.
Yeah.
The truth is, though, real Americans don't care what these three women have to say. They care about how they feel, and they feel the consequences of the Biden administration. And that's why President Trump is going to win the Republican nomination in just a few short weeks.
Yeah, so there you have it, man. I mean, can you guys believe the kind of people that the left like just sticks onto, man, gloms onto and just props up? Every time I see, one of these no-name charlatan grifters peddling insanities, which is what it is, I always remember CNN and MSNBC begging Michael Avenatti to run for president. It is just completely insane. I will never, ever forget that. They should never be able to let it down, play it down. But it's the same play, man, over and over, just rinse and repeat with some new dummy every single time. And I cannot honestly believe that people keep falling for it. And honestly, actually, when you look at the polls, when you really see what's going on, people aren't really falling for it anymore. It's all happening, safely inside the ever shrinking leftist bubble. But that's all I've got, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel, guys. And we'll see you in the next one.